I saw an astrologer. She told me to leave the country, so I'm respecting the stars and we're heading out.
He's walking somewhere.
I'll tell you, there's a part of me that doesn't want to leave Toronto just because everything is here that I need. We got good quality organic food, somewhat ripe fruit, butchers, nature. The air is full of car exhaust and you get used to it. It's not bad. There's lakes. Like, it's good. Expensive, but it is peace. It's home. But it's like you get comfortable in your misery and you're afraid to move on. It's like when I went to Thailand and I stayed in Chiang Mai for like almost the whole time. And it's like the air doesn't move through that city. It was very scooter aired. And it's just like stagnant. I'm like, why aren't I leaving and exploring? And then I went to the ocean and it was like, wow, why didn't I do this immediately? So we get stuck in our comfort zone even though it's not comfortable at all. So me and my girlfriend were thinking of leaving the city to like a smaller town in Ontario, and she needs a Buddhist center. She's part of this very specific Buddhist group and they're not very popular. And so there's like 3 cities in Ontario that she could go to: Barrie, Guelph, Hamilton. So we talked to an astrologer about this and other stuff, and she said, Barrie, full of hardships for you. There's mountains. The mountain card came up. No, that was Guelph. Guelph, even better than Barrie, which wasn't good. That had the mountains. And she's like, is there a mountain in Guelph? You're like, no. Oh, that's just your hardships. Terrible. Don't ever do it. Hamilton was the best, but it's a sketchy ass town. Don't ever go to Hamilton. Well, we were shocked to find out we had a couple other options in the States. They were less realistic, but we're like, Colorado, I've heard good things. Boulder, Colorado. I don't know why. A lot of health nuts go there. It's like a healthy city of health nuts. Good air, high elevation, mountains, some snow. We still want a winter, kind of, I think. Maybe not. Or Arizona. Also like a spiritual town. So Sedona, I got distracted. There's a woman back there. She's looking at me. It's Dr. Screen. Does he do hernia mesh repairs? So this astrologer, who we trust, I know a lot of you are like, what the hell are you doing? I like her. Like, she tells me, she predicts things about my health. She told me I'd be a health guru in 10 years. So you wait, stick around. You wait for that diet. Fruit, meat, and grasshoppers. It's gonna be good. So she says, equally good, Colorado or Arizona. So we're thinking, do you have any idea how crazy this world is right now? I think that Ryden would be an upgrade to Rudeau. At least he's funny and senile. Like, he could make you laugh. Whereas Rudeau, he's just a good-looking, dictating son of a gun. He'll jab you with monkeys. It ain't right. So even though both of our countries are absolutely screwed right now, and people think it's Halloween year-round, I don't mind it. I think the States would be the better option if we can do it. So what do you think? Is Colorado amazing? Is Arizona better? Will I miss forests? Are there any forests in Arizona? I like forests. I missed that in Thailand, even though there was a huge mountain with tons of forests. In the city, it's like, where's all the trees? That's what I love. The birds, the trees, the fresh air. Arizona's just hot. Heat. Those rocks are red and angry. It's all lizards. Lizards are cute, but they're sharp, they're spiky. Wow, that got dramatic. But I gotta be honest with you, I have felt stagnant the second I came back to Toronto. It's something about this city and my vibe. The astrologer said, like, we have to go out. We were debating many different things, like we're considering having a baby. We're not sure, but we might go down that route. And she was like, yeah, you could do that. But something that's non-negotiable, you have to leave the country. I'm seeing it in the charts. You're both stagnant here. I tell you, like, I've been stagnant my whole life. And then I moved to Thailand and things just blossom. Everything about that trip, that year and a half, just made me who I am. Everything. I built my business up. I got more confident. My health improved quite a bit, I think, on paper. Oh, man. And now I come back. As soon as I got back, I was like, now what? What am I doing here? I'm not moving forward. Out in Thailand, I was growing. I had goals. I wrote a book. I was making more music. I was doing all the working towards stuff. Doing all this mind power stuff in the morning. I'm like, yes, 1 million subs, it'll happen. And I'm like super fake exciting myself. Like, yes. Oh my God, 2 million views. Imagine that. Wow. And now I'm just like, I'm maintaining what I have here. And it feels like that. We're just maintaining. I have this channel and the Camera Conspiracies, and we're just doing the same old shit. What am I striving for? I have no goals. It's the city. It's not my fault. Toronto sucks the life out of you. We gotta get out. We're heading to a mountain. The only problem is, one, we don't have a visa. We're not technically allowed to live in the States. People do it. We become American citizens. People have done it. So we could do it. We should be welcome there. I'm bringing money in. I'm still having this online thing, the freak thing that you're watching right now. This is what we're doing. I'm bringing that to your country. You're welcome. And then we're good. We're good people. We're not taking anything. We're Canadians. We're running away. Let us live there. So there's that. Second part is we have a bunch of stuff now. So we're probably going to have to, I have to get a license, buy a car. Life is changing fast, and I'm not ready for it. I got to buy a car, maybe a U-Haul with all our stuff. We drive down there. Wow. Oh, the adventures that await us. It all seems so impossible, too, with that move into another country, adding so much to the mix, and then finding a house. How do you rent a house in a new world? You can't even really visit it. So maybe we get an Airbnb for 1 month and we're panicking, looking around for a place to rent, and then can we buy something? Buying a house in Toronto is like $12 million, the minimum for a 1-bedroom basement house. And it's not right. It's kind of crazy. Even the small towns, Hamilton was like 600 grand for the worst house you've ever seen. That was the cheapest. I thought that would be cheaper. Someone told me once you could buy a house in Nova Scotia for 250 grand. I was like, wow, I love Nova Scotia. I've never been, but the people are so nice from what I hear. It's near the ocean, cold-ass ocean. It doesn't count as an ocean. Canada, you don't know how to do oceans. It's ice, just waves of ice. That's the thing I need in my life. Nobody needs that. But it's time to become a man. I think I could put my family on my back. I do this work, impregnate my girlfriend, we move across the country, I'm supporting us. You don't worry, you don't have to work, just take care of that baby, feed it the milk of your loins, and then we're good. I buy a house somehow with a small down payment. We have an unreasonable mortgage for 95 years, and we're heading there. We're heading somewhere. That's good. I let my mom move in with us, bringing family back that they've tried to destroy. They've tried to separate all families. Oh, move out when you're 18. That's the cool thing to do. Bring it back. Bring the grandmother back. And then we have 3 generations. My mother, now a grandmother, if that's even possible. I don't know. I'm old as shit. We all know I'm shooting blanks with all the diet changes. Don't look forward to little baby vegetable police. He ain't coming. But we're gonna try our hearts out. So the real question is, where do we move? How do we do it? I have to start my license all over. My driver's license. I had a G2 almost to the full G. Now I have to go all the way back to the written test where I'm not even allowed on a highway. Those are some bullshit rules, Canada. And I shouldn't even need a license. I've seen the people. I'm not a driver. Drivers are people who drive for commerce. I'm just a person moving my shit over there. And I'm allowed without a license, no registration. I've seen people do it. It's a pain in the ass talking to the cops every time and explaining that. It's like, no, I don't need it. People just end up getting the license so they don't have to have those conversations with the cops. I hear you. So let me know your opinion down below on Colorado versus Arizona, or if there's a better state, but those were the only two that we had in mind. Is Colorado as amazing as I think it will be? Can I get a visa easily? Will you let me stay in your shed? How do I get a car? Should I buy a car or a truck? I want fuel efficiency, because gas is like $90 million per kilometer. It's not looking normal. Oh boy, everything's so expensive. It's weird. It's a weird world we live in, but just make peace with the freaks out there and do your own thing. Just work towards your own goals. That's what I'm focused on. So let me know where those goals should take place before you thumb up the video. After. Why does that confuse my brain? I'll tell you why. You're thumbing the video down because you once chased a fox into his den. You noticed it was a 3-bedroom, very spacious and free, and then you wondered, why am I paying for mine when he gets to live free? It's almost as if God loves him more than you, and you're forced into society where rules abound us. Abound us. That ain't right. I hate all these rules, man. Driver's licenses, paying certain companies. Here's some of my income. Do you want more? Take lots. Take an unreasonable amount. Who cares what you do with it? Good times. Good times ahead. All right. I'm going to leave after you subscribe for the Colorado adventure of a lifetime. Then we're kicked out in 6 months because no visa would accept me. Cool? Subscribe for that.